NBA champion makes feelings clear on Shedeur Sanders' sensational Browns preseason debut. Few NFL preseason performances have sparked the kind of conversation Shedeur Sanders did in his Cleveland Browns debut, and one former NBA champion has made it clear where he stands. Jeff Teague, speaking on the Club 520 podcast alongside DJ Wells and Bishop B. Hen, couldn't hide his support for the rookie QB, especially after watching the wave of criticism following Sanders since draft night. Why is Jeff Teague all in on Shedeur Sanders after polarizing draft journey? Once projected as a first-round pick, Sanders slid to the 5th round, 144th overall, before being taken by the Browns. That tumble became one of the most talked-about draft drops in recent NFL memory, prompting outrage and speculation. But on Friday night against the Carolina Panthers, Sanders wasted no time making a statement, finishing the first half with 2 passing touchdowns in a 30-10 win. Teague was thoroughly impressed with his performance, didn't mince words when explaining his stance. After watching how much people hate him and how bad they want to see him fall, I am all the way on the other side now. I want to see him in everything now. I thought he was going to get picked in the first round, and all that stuff. 5th round pick, and y'all still hating on him. Breaking down the moment, Teague pointed to the surge in fan interest once Sanders was named the starter for Friday's game. Ticket prices jumped from $12 to $150 in days. I am just proud that he went out there and performed. He had a good game, Teague said. Adding to the intrigue is Sanders' unique rookie contract. A special prime equity clause ensures he earns a percentage of revenue from merchandise, sponsorships, and promotions linked to his name and likeness. As Teague put it, he is too smart. He already getting people buying them jerseys right now. When told reports suggested Sanders' jersey sales had hit $250 million, Teague doubled down. He is getting paid more than any first-round pick. That's why he didn't get picked. He came here to ************** up. The support from Teague, an NBA champion with the 2021 Milwaukee Bucks, comes despite his recent controversy run-ins. He drew heavy criticism earlier this week for saying Caitlin Clark is good but not great, a remark that sparked a pointed response from WNBA legend Nancy Lieberman. In Sanders' case, however, Teague's praise has been unwavering. How did Sanders turn the tide with strong preseason debut? With Joe Flacco resting and Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel sidelined by hamstring injuries, Sanders got nearly 3 quarters to showcase his skill set. He completed 14 of 23 passes for 138 yards, rushed for 19 yards on 4 carries, and was sacked twice. The performance caught Nike's attention, quickly rolling out an "only a matter of time" campaign after the game. Still, Sanders faces a long road to locking down a permanent role. NFL scouts have pointed to his lack of elite arm strength and mobility, contributing to his draft slide. But if Friday was any indication, Sanders has the poise, vision, and marketability to flip that narrative. Now loaded with depth at quarterback, the Browns will need to decide how much of a role Sanders plays once their QB room returns to full strength. He has already won over at least one high-profile fan in Jeff Teague, and maybe a growing number of doubters-turned-believers. The first preseason game was supposed to be about the Browns testing their offensive line depth, about figuring out which backup running back could survive a full series against Carolina's front seven. Instead, it became the Shedeur Sanders show. By the time the 4th quarter ticked to 0, the rookie quarterback had the crowd buzzing, the Cleveland sideline hyped, and NFL Twitter scrambling for superlatives. One unexpected voice joined that chorus of praise. An NBA champion who knows a thing or two about stepping into the spotlight and delivering when everyone is watching. The performance that drew NBA eyes. Shedeur's stat line was clean. 17 completions on 23 attempts, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. But numbers don't tell the whole story. It was the way he commanded the offense, the pre-snap adjustments, the precision on timing routes, the fearlessness to stand tall in the pocket even as the pocket threatened to collapse. One particular play caught attention across sports. On a 3rd and 12, Shedeur sidestepped a free rusher, kept his eyes downfield, and threw a 25-yard dart to Elijah Moore between 2 defenders. It was a throw veteran QBs hesitate to make in preseason. And somewhere in Los Angeles, an NBA Finals MVP was watching. The NBA connection. Jamal Rivers, 3-time NBA All-Star, 1-time champion with the Golden State Warriors, is no casual football fan. He grew up in Texas, where Friday night lights were as important as any basketball game he ever played. He'd been following Shedeur's career since Colorado, impressed not just by his numbers, but by the swagger that came with them. When Shedeur was named the Browns' preseason starter, Rivers circled the date on his calendar. "I wanted to see if all the hype was real," Rivers said later. "Turns out it's not hype. It's just who he is." The post-game message. An hour after the game, as Shedeur was still doing interviews in the locker room, his phone buzzed with a DM notification on Instagram. It was from Rivers. "Bro, that was cold. You got that thing every real hooper and real baller recognizes, control. Not just skill. Control. League better be ready." Shedeur laughed when he read it. It wasn't the first time an athlete from another sport had reached out, but coming from a guy who'd played next to Steph Curry and guarded LeBron James, it carried weight. He replied simply, "Appreciate that, champ. I'm just getting started." Why it resonated. Rivers later explained to reporters why Shedeur's performance hit him so hard. "Look, I've been the young guy in the locker room with vets who've been to the top of the mountain. You can't fake belonging. You can't fake poise," Rivers said. "What I saw in Shedeur was a dude who already plays like he's supposed to be there. And that's dangerous for the rest of the league." It wasn't just the throws. Rivers pointed out the small details. The way Shedeur walked back to the sideline after a touchdown, calm instead of over-celebrating. The way he pulled a rookie wideout aside after a missed route and gave him a quick adjustment instead of chewing him out. "That's leadership, man," Rivers said. "That's not something you learn in training camp." The social media crossover. When Rivers tweeted later that night, "Shedeur Sanders is him. That's it. That's the tweet." It instantly went viral, racking up over 60,000 likes in the first hour. NBA fans jumped in with jokes about the Browns signing an NBA free agent, while NFL fans fired back with highlights of Shedeur's throws. Even Steph Curry chimed in with a laughing emoji and the comment, "You see it." Shedeur's reaction. When Shedeur was asked about Rivers' praise in his next media availability, he smirked. "Jamal's a dog. I respect what he's done, because winning in the NBA, winning in any pro sport, that's rare. For him to see something in my game, that means a lot," Shedeur said. "But I've got work to do. This is preseason. Nobody's handing out trophies yet." It was a line that could have come straight from a seasoned veteran, a reminder that the Sanders family doesn't get too high or too low after one game.